Good evening, my beautiful people. Y'all listen, it's Friday. Listen, y'all. Listen, we about to get into the stock market tea of the week, okay? This is just a time where I bring to you kind of like the lowdown, okay, on what we've been going through this entire week in the market. So Monday up until today, the market just closed. We're just gonna go over some, how the market performed this week, and my goal is to teach this in a way that is understandable, okay? Not a lot of fluff and all that. It's going to be just enough information that you need to start learning these things. But anyways, before I get started, hi, my name is Paris Smith. Those who don't know me, I was able to retire myself from the 9 to 5 at 24 years old. I did this through investing and trading in the stock market. And in fact, I was able to grow 6 figures in annual income my first 6 months trading, which is so awesome. If you want to know more about the strategy that I trade, I am having a free stock trading masterclass where I talk all about it. We don't day trade, we don't use charts, we don't use indicators. We trade once a week, and it takes us about 30 seconds in my case. And the income that we produce is reliable and consistent. So I have more information at my next masterclass that I'm having this week. Make sure you go ahead and register for that. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get into the stock market tea of the week. Okay, now listen, it's been a week. It's been a week. Uncle Donnie on his way to the White House on Monday. And the market kind of feeling it a little bit. Okay, the market is feeling it a little bit. So let's get into it. So how did the market perform? I'm gonna break down the exchanges first, and then we'll go into a little deeper. So y'all know the S&P 500. For those of you guys who don't know what the S&P 500 is, basically a group of 500 companies. Uncle Donnie. It's a group of 500 companies, and basically the S&P 500 went up by 1.12%. Okay, so I'm going to break this down a little further. If you owe, let's say, if you own $100 of the S&P 500, you up right now, or it's now worth $101.12. So not bad, right? That's not bad. That's just this week. Now, the Dow Jones, let me give y'all a little info on the Dow Jones. The Dow Jones, it tracks 30 of the biggest companies, okay, like large companies. It's only 30 companies. And so, I mean, the Dow Jones, it went up a little bit too today, or this week. It went up by 0.86%. So it kind of almost went up to that 1%. Yeah, so that's good. And lastly, we have the NASDAQ. Okay, we got the NASDAQ. For those who don't know the NASDAQ, those are mostly tech companies. A lot of tech companies is a part of the NASDAQ. Now, the NASDAQ, it did the best. It did the best this week. Okay, it rose to, well, we'll say the percentages is 1.77%. So 1.7% is the growth this week in the NASDAQ. So if you had, let's say, $100 in the NASDAQ, what is it, boys and girls? $101.77. So this week it was on fire. If you are investing into companies that have solid fundamentals, listen, you up this week, okay? You up this week. All right, so let's continue. So why did all of this happen? Why did all of this happen? So y'all know inflation. Inflation, it kind of cooled down a little bit this week, okay? Now, inflation is basically when prices go up. So think about, groceries. Think about your eggs being $7. Yeah, it's getting a little pricey. It's getting a little pricey. Just think about the things that you buy every day. It go up a little bit. That's inflation when the prices go up. And it says it was a report. It was a report that showed that the inflation went up to 3.2%, which their goal, or I guess their insight, or where they saw the numbers, it was 3.3%. So since it didn't go all the way to 3.3%, it went a little under 3.2%. The market like that. The market like it. The market is a strange place. It's strange. Although it's literally 0.1% away from that 3.3%, the market like, hey, we like that. So that's just a little bit about that. And basically, when inflation slows, the Federal Reserve, which is the people that's in charge of the interest rates, now it just means that people might stop borrowing money at a much more expensive rate, pretty much. So think about this. Inflation is slowing down, right? The inflation is slowing down, and the people in charge of the interest rates, which is the Federal Reserve, right? It just mean that the borrowing money is not that expensive, because it's slowing down, like the interest rate. Okay. I'm trying to break it down the way that y'all gonna understand it. Okay, I hope y'all picking up what I'm putting down. Johnny had 5 apples. The interest rate was 5%. I gotta stop. The interest rate went down to 4%. Now Johnny, the monies that he owed on them apples, it just decreased to the I'm trying. Let's go to number 2. Hopefully that makes sense. But let's keep going. So number 2. Now, why did the market go up crazy this week? Number 2. The big banks, they making that money. Okay, they had their earnings. They had their fourth quarter earnings of for 2024. And the big banks, we got the JP Morgan, which is Chase. We got the Goldman Sachs. We got the Wells Fargo. They made more money than expected. And y'all already know the market love that. When the money keep making money, the market love it. So that was another reason why the market did really well this week. So we had inflation's numbers cooling down a little bit. It didn't hit its expected number of 3.3%. Then we had the big banks, they had great earnings, or the last quarter earnings of 2024. So basically, think about their projected income or whatever is $10 billion, right? Just because the banks beat it and actually brought in $11 billion, that means the economy's strong, baby. So when the banks are doing good, the economy is doing good. So that's why this week the market was up a little bit too. And let's continue. Now, although the market was doing well, like the banks and the interest rates and all that stuff was doing really good, people still a little nervous. People still a little nervous about the future. They're still nervous about inflation and what that's going to look like. So they're keeping more cash on the side. Just in case. And I have a little statistic or numbers that I want to share with you that I got from one of the articles. And it says that, which is very interesting. But anyway, I'm going to read it anyway. So it says about 41% of retail investors, which is everyday people like you and I, are feeling bearish. Meaning they think that the market is going to go down. And I'm just like, I don't know. I'm not a part of that 41%. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm not a part of that 41% because Uncle Donnie, on Monday, Uncle Donnie going to be in the chair. And if you was in the market when Uncle Donnie was president, y'all already know, put that seatbelt on, baby. Put that seatbelt on because it's going to be a ride. It's going to be a ride. So, I mean, 41% of retail investors, like you and me, think that the market is feeling bearish, which means it's going to go down. But I feel like I'm on the other side of that. I don't think it's going to go down. I think we're about to just keep going up and up and up. Of course, we're going to have days where it like goes down a little bit. It's a little cool off, normal stock market behavior. And that's cool. Love that. But I'm not a part of that 41%. Now, let's keep it going. I kind of went over that already. I talked about the inflation wasn't that bad. And then the big banks, they kind of did really good on their earnings. So that's why the market's looking real good. Now, we're going to do a quick data recap. The S&P 500 grew by 1.12%. this week, which is great. We talked about the Dow Jones. It went up by 0.86%, which is great. The NASDAQ grew more than any of the other exchanges by 1.77%. The inflation kind of slowed down a little bit. Oh, yeah, we're going to see what he say. You're right about that. We're going to see what he say. But then, and the inflation is slightly, it was a little lower than expected. So the market was booming. I love that so much. And that was pretty much it. It was a chill week this week. It wasn't too crazy. It wasn't a lot going on this week. It was smooth sailing. And definitely before the market closed today, it was acting up a little bit. Especially today. But anyways, hopefully you got a little recap of this week. I'm not I was going to say something, but I don't like that word. I ain't going to use that word. I'm just here. I don't know what's going to happen next week in the market. I don't know. Okay? But what I can do is come back on Friday with that stock market tea of the week. And I'm going to tell y'all, it's going to be interesting next week because Donnie going to be in the chair. It's going to be interesting next week. Woo! I'm scared. I'm real scared. I'm scared because I just remember like in September, I think, or was it August? It was September, and I was invested in my stock, and he said something about the chips and the AI. And something he said, he wasn't even president. He tweeted something. And when he sent that tweet, the stock went crashing down in that sector. And I said, So it's going to be a wild ride. But I can't wait because y'all know I love me a good stock market drama, okay? I love me some stock market drama. And I'm going to bring it to y'all every single week. But anyways, I feel like each and every one of you guys should definitely start building up your portfolio and just stocks that offer a dividend so y'all can start building in that income from dividends, and also purchasing stock that have fundamentals and all that good stuff because we just want to be ready. Okay, we want to be ready for what may happen on the good side. And even if it's not that good in the market this year because we just don't know what's going to happen, right? At least, you got the fundamentals, and you can start cashing up, buying those shares up for a discount. Period. $900 today. I like the sound of that. That's what I'm talking about. What stock was it? Let me know. I like the sound of that. All right, y'all. That's all I got for y'all today. Anyway, if you want to learn more about this strategy on what I trade every single Monday, that's low risk, reliable income, very consistent, no day trading, no charts, don't need none of that. I need to see you at my next free stock trading masterclass. And I'm having one on Sunday. We're going to have a good time. It's going to be real fun. But anyways, this is a little information that will get y'all brains turning when it comes to the stock market. I'm gonna come back every single week. I'm gonna try and break it down. Try to break it down as a high schooler education. I'm gonna try and break down the stock market so that the average person could understand and digest. That's normally how I rock and roll with things anyway. But with this breaking down the stock market tea of the week, that's gonna be the plan. Okay, so y'all can learn a little something. Learn a little something. But anyways, that's all I got for y'all today. It's Friday, and I'm about to have me a good week, a good weekend. Just means that I'm about to go to bed. All right, anyway, I love y'all. This was good to me, and I'll see y'all in the next one. See y'all.